Media.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Justin Trudeau just can't catch a break. Now, if you watched our video from earlier today, I've shown just how much he's hiding. In fact, he's canceled his trip to Calgary for the annual Calgary Stampede. Now, while some people go, well, it's just a rodeo, it's actually a very large show that takes place in Western Canada. In fact, dubbed the greatest outdoor show on earth, it's actually one place where a lot of federal as well as provincial MPs come to showcase themselves, get photo opportunities, and rub elbows with people in the business world. It is quite the celebration, and one that Justin Trudeau is skipping out on this year, especially after last year's debacle, where he was actually rushed in via a motorcade that delayed traffic. In fact, my family and I were stuck on Calgary's transit system while waiting for Justin Trudeau's motorcade to move through, as Justin was rushed in through the back door, got his photo ops, and then was scurried out the back door before people could heckle him and get him out of there. So as the summer has gone on, I've often talked about how the knives are out and how people are starting to turn on Justin Trudeau. We've seen Stephen Guilbeault's infamous claims that, oh, I wasn't saying Chrystia Freeland could be the next prime minister at all. I wasn't saying any of those things. I still support Justin Trudeau. The heads of the Hydra are biting each other off, and one group that I never thought would turn on Justin Trudeau and stab him in the back is now out today as the liberal prostitute paid shills of the government will not leave Justin Trudeau alone, which is hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. And we're going to get into all of that. Just before we do, I want to have a quick word from this video's sponsor, Funnable Friends. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Funnable Friends. After a long day of looking at the world and what goes on around it, especially with this guy,
you'll forgive me if I don't think about monetary policy. You'll understand that I think about families.
I definitely need a calming distraction. And that's why I'm here today to talk to you about a new YouTube channel called Funnable Friends. This channel happens to be just what the doctor ordered to help take your stress away. We're talking clumsy puppies, hilarious cat fails, and hours of clean, family-appropriate entertainment. What is more is they are a grassroots channel volunteering and promoting local Alberta charities, including the fostering of a cute puppy through Fostering Hope in Red Deer, Alberta. There's no cost to view the content, with a portion of earnings from the channel going to assist in the well-being of future animals in need. So if you feel the need to forget about the latest political drama in your life for a while, subscribe to Funnable Friends. The stories of those lives of animals getting turned around is sure to brighten your day, and out of our lives and the chaos that continues in it, we could sure all afford a few minutes out of our lives to be a little more funnable. Link is down below in the description. Now, just remember, ladies and gentlemen, Funnable Friends does do amazing work. And again, they're trying to build up their numbers so that they can donate even more to charities. Speaking of donating to charities, you'll notice down below, I do have my newest book as well, Just Axe the Tax, a parody of Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham, now available on Amazon, with a portion of proceeds from every sale of that book heading over to local food banks to support those who can't afford to eat right now because of the mess that this person, Justin Trudeau, has put us into running this country. Now, it was briefly at number one. I'd like to see it get back up into bestseller. So if you haven't picked up your copy yet, go over there, show some love, pick up your copy. Let's get into what really matters here. Justin Trudeau can't escape criticism. Now, the criticism that's coming from mainstream shill prostitutes, keep in mind, this was on CTV. Now, the only reporter I've seen at CTV that actually criticizes the government, that actually is willing to ask the tough questions, is Vashi Kaplos. Well, now the knives are out, because I think that these mainstream prostitutes are starting to see the writing on the wall, and they're starting to realize that their time essentially is up. So let's take a listen as to these talking points. I know people don't like listening to Justin Trudeau, but it is fun watching him squirm, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, they're referring to the devastating loss in St. Paul last week with the by-election. that essentially is raising questions of should Trudeau resign, should he step down. Now, a lot of people have said to me, Derek, he's not going to. His hubris knows no bounds. Well, things are reaching critical mass within the Liberal Party. And as I stated in those videos, Justin Trudeau is going to be under a tremendous amount of pressure throughout the summer. And you'll see it with the questions in this video. They just don't let up. Let's get into it.
Why are you refusing to meet with the National Caucus? Your MPs are calling for an urgent in-person meeting of all MPs. Why are you refusing, and do we interpret from that you don't care what they have to say?
Listen, let's be very clear. Last week's by-election loss, not to sugarcoat it, was challenging. Was something we need to take seriously, and we've been engaged in lots of important conversations. I've had lots of calls with different members of caucus from across the country, not just in the GTA, to talk about how we make sure we're continuing our work connecting with Canadians to make sure we're continuing to deliver for people. There are, as always, a range of perspectives and voices within the Liberal Party, and listening to all those voices and giving them all time to engage is really, really important. And that's what we've been doing, what I'm going to continue to do while we stay focused on delivering for Canadians.
Now, they do get into the French translation of this, but the thing to take note from is the reporter's question of, do your MPs believe that, or your caucus, because you won't hold a meeting, believe that you just don't care to listen to them? So again, the narrative is shifting with the mainstream prostitutes to say that, look, you've clearly set an example that you don't care not only about Canadians, but about your own party. Your castle is crumbling. And of course, this is a constant theme when it comes to the grilling that goes on throughout this press conference. So, of course, Skippy here, or Captain Socks, as we call him, or what was it somebody said in the comments a while ago? Captain Cringe. I really like that one. Doesn't bother answering the question. Of course, he thinks that Canadians are stupid. He thinks that reporters are stupid. He gives his usual word salad answers, which we just heard in that clip, but they don't let up. Let's continue.
CBC, with all due respect, my two colleagues have asked the same question and they have not received a specific answer. The question is, will you hold a national in-person caucus with your party, with the MPs?
As I've said, I will continue to engage and to talk and to listen and to meet with all my MPs from across the country to talk about how we can both understand what we need to improve on, given last week's by-election defeat, but also how we continue to be there for Canadians in a really important moment. People are anxious in Canada and around the world, and a government needs to be stepping up to deliver for people, whether it's delivering more housing and support on rents, whether it's delivering more spaces in childcare, whether it's delivering dental care services. These are all things that the Conservative Party has said they will cut or eliminate. These are the things that actually matter for Canadians. These are the things that we are focused on as a team.
Now, this is rich coming from Justin Trudeau, but at the same time, he's essentially making up the excuses of, just let me continue to hand out money over the summer. Let me distract you. Don't pay attention to what just happened. Let me conjure up new ways to distract everyone by giving out millions and billions of dollars of taxpayer money just to try and pad the room to make it look like we haven't made the mistakes that we have. But what's important to note again from that question, notice that that question came from somebody at the CBC, which usually again soft pads things for Justin Trudeau, saying, look, two other people have asked and you're refusing to answer. Will you hold the caucus face-to-face meeting and fix what's going on with your party? It does not let up. Now, we see again that as the interview continues, the attacks just keep coming. Keep in mind, this is a follow-up from the CBC. Let's get into that.
Follow-up. There are members of your caucus that are considering leaving if you do stay on. What's your reaction to that? And are you willing to stay on and lose members of your caucus?
I think the conversations that I'm having with MPs directly right across the country, and the conversations that we're all having as Liberals are going to continue, and we're going to stay focused on Canadians. I can't speak to what people in the media are thinking. That's your job. But I can speak to the strength and focus that all Liberals have on delivering for Canadians, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
So again, you can see here his frustration is mounting, and the rest of this press conference just goes on in the same methods. They just don't leave Justin alone when it comes to asking, why are you still here? Why won't you leave? Why won't you step down? Why won't you listen to your party when rumors and letters and everything else have gone out saying that people are calling for your resignation? Former Liberal MPs calling for Justin Trudeau to step down. This is the beginning of the end. I know it gets thrown around a lot. People say it's clickbait, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of the end. It's over for Justin Trudeau, whether it takes from now till fall or now till next week or now until 2025. It is over for Justin. There is no protecting him moving forward. In fact, I personally don't think that with this kind of surmountable pressure that he's going to make it to 2025, even with his narcissistic behavior. He just will not survive the claws of now the mainstream media, his own party coming after him, demanding answers. Justin Trudeau has truly broken Canada so much that even his own Liberal Party won't back him anymore. And this is glorious to see at the very least. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree? Do you think that the pressure is going to continue mounting over the summer as Justin continues to make his little press tours? Keep in mind to note that Justin wasn't in the nation's capital during Canada Day. In fact, he was in Quebec. Why was he in Quebec? My guess, trying to pad and regain some of those precious votes that he's losing. Keep in mind that when running for Prime Minister of the country, essentially his seat is decided by a small portion of Quebec residents, as well as a small pocket of Ontario residents in that small little corner between Toronto to Montreal. Now, Justin Trudeau, of course, in complete damage control, trying to fix whatever he can, in my opinion, to try and convince his party, convince the people that, hey, things are actually okay, despite record polls showing that it's going to be a conservative majority government, that massive seat losses are going to exist within the Liberals and the NDPs. Again, let me know what you guys think down below. Is this, in fact, the beginning of the end of Justin Trudeau? If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure as you're clicking that bar down below, you hit the bell for notifications. Join us live for every live stream on our channel every Friday night here at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central for Friday Night Fringe, as we go over everything that's happened this week in politics, everything coming up in the week ahead, as well as some back and forth within the community. It's always great to see new viewers as well as returning viewers come out there, and I look forward to hearing what each and every one of you have to say outside of making these videos. I look forward to seeing you all there this Friday night, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I know I will. I'll catch you on the next one.